Hey everybody, thanks for watching another one of my NOWSKI vlog videos. In this video, I want to talk about nurse practitioner school because I'm in nurse practitioner school now. So yes, I actually just finished my first semester of nurse practitioner school. I am still working part-time as a nurse at the hospital. I'm still in my role as a rapid response nurse. But now that I'm in nurse practitioner school, I figured that I'm gonna make more videos where I talk about school, kind of like I did back when I was in nursing school, becoming an RN. So I started in the summer, took one class in the summer. That's just how they started me. They wanted us to take our first class. And then I just finished my first fall semester. Okay, can't make a video without getting interrupted. So yes, I wanted to give you guys an update on my life and this journey into nurse practitioner school like I did when, oh, this is gonna be super distracting. I feel like I'm at the point where I can actually start talking to you guys about nurse practitioner school. In this one, I'm just kind of give you a little life update in this video and talk about what program that I went into and why, and kind of the options that are out there. And then in the next video, I'm going to talk about the actual first, let's see, I've taken 4 classes of NP school and passed them and got A's in all of them. So I'm very proud of myself. I am still working as a critical care nurse. So I'm still the rapid response nurse at the same hospital that I've been working at. I am part-time now. So I'm part-time nurse, full-time nurse practitioner student. And it's going well. This first semester I was able to handle it that way. I know some people, you know, they work full-time and they do school full-time, or they don't work at all and then they do school, or they do school part-time and they work full-time. I have moved into my parents' house, so that is helping. I'm gonna live here for the rest of grad school so that I can hopefully keep going full-time and get it completed in 2 years. I am in a master's level nurse practitioner program. There are doctorate programs, DNP programs. Those go, I think it's more 3 to 4 years. So I'm not in one of those. So hopefully I will be done in 2 years. I get the question often, how much experience do you think you need before you start nurse practitioner school? I started after 3.5 years as a critical care nurse. That's when I took my summer class. As of this new year, I will have been an RN for 4 years. And by the time I graduate, I will have been an RN for 5 years. So I feel that I'll be adequately prepared to be an NP. Getting into nurse practitioner school, I think all schools require at least a year. If you're just asking me, this is just my opinion, I think 2 years as an RN is a good minimum amount of experience before starting this whole NP journey, because it's just good to see lots of stuff, see interventions, learn how to interact with patients who are sick, do your nursing interventions, see the care team treating these diseases. You will be so much better prepared if you just have some nursing experience. It's not to say, I know some people, they've graduated and they've gone right into a nurse practitioner program. It is going to be a little harder for those students, but you do you. In the end, it's your decision. I don't care. You don't necessarily need ICU experience. I have classmates who, worked on the floors in the hospital, the non-ICUs of the hospital, and they got into NP school and they're doing great. So, that's that. But I have had, the other day I had one older nurse come up to me and she said, I was talking about being in NP school with another coworker, and she butted in and she's like, I can't believe they let you in. You should have had at least 5 years or even 6, 7 years experience before they let you in NP school. That's crazy. First of all, that's rude. Because, I was talking about how I'm in NP school. And then second of all, I disagree with that completely. I think she was just being a little bitter. You're going to get people that say that if you're younger, if you're a newer nurse and you're applying to NP school. Just don't listen to those people. They're just jealous, whatever. You know if you've had enough experience. And go go ahead and apply if you feel like you're ready. So what else? What else can I talk about? Okay, yeah, the type of nurse practitioner program that I got into is a primary care nurse practitioner program, and more specifically, I'm the adult geri NP. So in the realm of primary care, what you usually see is there's the family nurse practitioner, and then there's the AGNP, the adult geri, and you can be a pediatric NP. Primary care gears you for office-based treatment, clinic-based, urgent care-based treatment. So it's a lot of that, meeting the patient prior to an acute situation where they're hospitalized. So outside of these primary care programs, there's the acute care NP. So if you really wanted to work in hospital, you wanted to work with patients who are having acute illness, an acute situation, then that's the route that you would want to take. That said, I work in a hospital, I'm in critical care, I'm the rapid response nurse. I like, acute care, but at the same time, I could see myself outside of a hospital. I could see myself working in an office, or, working in an office, but round on your patients in the hospital. And the school that's very close to me offered primary care programs. So that was a big deciding factor there. So I joined the AGNP program at Clemson University. It used to be that adult nurse practitioners had their own program, and geriatric nurse practitioners had their own program. Schools have decided to combine those, so it's either you're an FNP or an AGNP, or more specifically, you can be a pediatric NP. The school that I'm at offers FNP or AGNP. They are going to start offering DNP. That's your doctor level of nurse practitioner school. So the program will be longer. It'll cost more. I don't think every NP needs to be a DNP. I know there's this big talk about how all schools are shifting that way towards DNP programs. I think it's just a way for them to charge more money. And whatever, in the end, you're all nurse practitioners. Yeah, but I feel like it's kind of sad that master's level NP programs are disappearing, and all we're going to start seeing are DNP programs. I don't think every NP needs to be a doctor. I'm going to get off my soapbox. That could be a whole separate video. I'm in the adult geri NP program. So this one specifically treats anyone past the pediatric years, so your teenager through frail elder. So it used to be adult NPs only taught that adult age, and then geriatric NPs, specifically treated the frail elder population. So now AGNP covers all of that. I've never worked in pediatrics, so I really didn't care to be an FNP. A lot of people, they will come to you and they'll be like, FNP is more marketable. FNP means you can, take care of kids, take care of adults, all that. I know I don't want to take care of kids ever. Like, I don't want to do pediatrics. So I decided to do the AGNP route. And that's just me. Trust me, there's a very large aging population, at least here in America, all over the world, I'm sure. So AGNPs are going to be in demand. So taking it back to the whole primary care NP aspect, again, they gear you, and they'll say in the start of your program, if you want to work inpatient in hospital all the time, this is not the program for you. So primary care gears you towards, what it's called primary care, the office setting, the clinic setting, the urgent care setting, not like the ICU setting, not the surgical setting. All that to say, nurse practitioners are in demand here in the United States of America, and I know FNPs who work in the hospital full-time, who work with, critical care neurology teams, hospitalist teams, inpatient cardiology teams. And I've talked to them, and I've been like, so you're an FNP, by your training, but you're working in acute care. And what they told me is, in the end, it is a lot of on-the-job training. So kind of like you became a registered nurse, or some of you out there are in school right now. you become this generic RN, and then you go specialize. And you'll learn a lot of on-the-job training. A lot of people won't care if you're acute care or if you're primary care. So it's still possible to work in hospital as a primary care NP by training. But that's just basically what the schools say. If you want to be trained geared towards office-based settings, it's primary care. If you want to be trained geared towards acute care inpatient settings, then you could go for the acute care NP programs. So that's that. I know I didn't want to work with kids. I am interested in maybe working outside the hospital. So primary care was attractive to me. And in the end, you know, people are like, well, where do you want to be? What is your end goal? And all I know is I like the role of the nurse practitioner. You know, I think specializing would be cool, to work with the cardiology group and be a cardiac NP. That's what I've worked in the most. I started in the coronary care unit prior to becoming the rapid response nurse. And, you know, that would be cool to specialize in that way, you know, which would be, you know, you become an NP and then there's kind of on-the-job training. But then again, like working for an internal medicine office as an NP, you know, in a primary care setting, that would be cool. I don't mind that at all. Or working in urgent care would be kind of cool. One thing about urgent care, if it's an office that treats, you know, kids and adults, they are going to most likely look at FNPs just because they have that knowledge of pediatrics as well. So that's where I am right now. In my next video, I'll talk about what this semester was like as far as the classes that I took. They were tough. It was rigorous, but it's cool. It was good to be done. These weren't any that really had a full-time clinical attached to it, these classes. There were some like clinical experiences. I'll talk to them in the next video. I'll talk to you about them in the next video. But this next coming semester, spring 2019, that is going to be the semester where I start actual clinical experience. I'm going to be in adult health, mental health, and then I have 2 other classes that don't have clinicals attached, which is community health and, oh, what's the other one? Statistics, because apparently you got to take another statistics class. Anyways, I will see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching this. I hope this turns out. I'm using my GoPro. I think it's recording. And I'm using this bright new ring light, so hopefully my face is not really, really bright and white, where I look like a ghost. Okay, I'm gonna go. See you later. Subscribe. Watch the next video. I'm gonna be making a bunch of these about nurse practitioner school, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.